Okay, lesson 7.2 is representing a function. You can represent a function in 4 ways. You can list the ordered pairs, you can give a table of values, you can graph it, or you can have a function rule, which is your equation. So suppose a car gets 28 miles per gallon. Distance here is a function of the number of gallons of gas. The input is the number of gallons of gas, and the output is the distance the car will go. So that will be input. So your input will be your x values and your output will be your y values. So if I put 1 gallon of gas in the car, how many miles will the car go? Well, it gets 28 miles per gallon. So on 1 gallon, it'll go 28 miles. On 2 gallons, it'll go 56 miles. 3 gallons, it'll go 84 miles, or 4 gallons, it'll go 112 miles. Okay, this is my table of values. I could write these same information as a set of ordered pairs. 128, 256, 384, 4 112. Or I could graph that. And when I do, this is what that graph would look like. 1 gallon of gas goes 28 miles. 2 gallons goes 56. 3 gallons goes 84 miles. 4 gallons goes 112 miles. Okay, so I could take this information in the table and I could write an equation. Well, if I put 0 gallons of gas, I would go 0 miles, right? So I know this equation or this graph goes through the origin. So my output variable would be y. And what's happening here? Every time we're multiplying the number of gallons times 28 miles. So that's going to be 28 times x. So this would be your function rule. Alright, and you might be given a table and asked to figure out which equation would match that. So, which equation could match this table? So you're given this table and it's got some blanks in it. But even without completing that whole table, we can figure out which of these equations might match. We know when we see 0, 3 that this is the y-intercept. So which of these equations has a y-intercept of 3? This has a y-intercept of 2, so that's out. This has 3, this has 3, this has negative 3, so I can also eliminate D. Alright, so I know I have a y-intercept of 3. Now I got to figure out what the slope is. Well, I have 2 ordered pairs. From 3 to 11 is an increase of 8. 0 to 4 is an increase of 4. So I find the slope by doing the change in y divided by the change in x. Here the change in y is positive 8 divided by the change in x, which is 4. So the slope is 2. So this equation, y equals 2x plus 3, must match my table. Alright, so then you could figure out the rest of the table values because I know that the equation that fits this, or the function rule, is y is equal to 2x plus 3. So if I plug negative 8 in, 2 times negative 8 is negative 16, plus 3 is negative 13. 2 times negative 4 is negative 8, plus 3 is negative 5. And 2 times 8 is 16, plus 3 is 19.